Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
And I'm Gaynor.
Just the two of us today, Gay.
It is.
Aiden's busy putting out content.
He is.
Try to keep us up to date.
Yeah.
The guy who's come, Kent Rollins, the guy who's come become a legend on this channel.
Yeah.
Legend, isn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely love the guy. Doing us the Big Mac. Yeah.
You do like a Big Mac, don't you?
A Cowboy style homemade Big Mac recipe. I do love a Big Mac.
I want to know how to make the sauce.
I think that's a secret.
It's got gherkins in, I know that.
But it's Big Mac's iconic, isn't it, globally?
Oh God, yeah. I had
probably
a chicken Big Mac the other day.
It's probably the most iconic burger around the world.
Yeah.
So it's should we get into it?
Yeah.
See what Kent Rollins does on the Big Mac, the Cowboy style homemade Big Mac recipe.
Hey folks, we're taking an iconic fast food burger, the Big Mac, to a whole different level, Cowboy style. More meat, more special sauce, and on the grill. Hey, come on. I'll get the fire hot for you.
Oh, them stuffed peppers look good. They did.
Are you excited?
I'm gonna get me something to eat that I didn't have to cook. Yes, ma'am, I need a Big Mac, just a sandwich, and a large iced tea. And I need some...
Six-piece chicken
a
nugget.
six-piece chicken McNugget for my Beagle and my Duke.
She doesn't know who Beagle and Duke are.
Hey, she ain't watched YouTube long enough for she'll know who the Beagle and Duke is. And if they have learned that you go to McDonald's and you don't bring them something home, about the tires off a pickup truck. The Big Mac, their version.
There it is. This is for research.
Hey, thank y'all for stopping by the backyard for another episode of Cowboy Cooking. What we do in here, hey, we're going to show you how to do some grilling. We're going to show you how to cook in a Dutch oven with coals. I mean, everything you need to go outside and let's do some great cooking. But hey, if you're a new viewer, I want to just tell you right now, reach up there and hit that subscribe button because I don't want you to miss out on none of these great recipes and tips and tricks and techniques that we're going to show you how to cook outside. The iconic sandwich from McDonald's, the Big Mac, made its debut 1968. Some of you might not have been around then. Hey, I was, but I didn't get one till long about 1978 because there wasn't a McDonald's nowhere near us. But now these things are served all over the world. You can get a...
Do you remember your first Big Mac? Big Mac, how old you were?
I was 15, 16.
Yeah, I was 18 when I first had mine. Yeah. First time I had it though wasn't in England. First time I had a Big Mac was in Spain.
Benidorm.
In Benidorm, yeah.
Mine was Altrincham.
Yeah, it's yeah, and just never really did fast food when I was younger. No. Catching up for it now, right?
Yeah.
A Big Mac nearly anywhere, but folks, you know the Cowboy. We're going to jazz this thing up a little, and we're going to make our own version of this Big Mac, but still keep it pretty traditionally. Now, first thing we're going to look at is sesame seed bun. Who doesn't like a sesame seed bun? I really do.
I prefer a bun without the sesame seeds. They get stuck in my teeth.
No, I prefer a sesame seed bun.
No.
I'm not bothered, but I would if I was having a burger, sesame seed bun's got to be the choice.
I like a brioche one. I like brioche buns.
And you know they got that special sauce. But look here, toasted bun. We're gonna do that. Now this is a little thing that we may have to change. This is called a patty of meat. They claim it weighs 1/8 of a pound, but I did some research. That's
not for me.
2 ounces. So if you're talking about 2 of them and you do the math, help me out here, Andy, because I know you will. That's 4 ounces. That still ain't a half a pound. Folks, we're going to change that up today, and we're going to load this rascal up with some beef.
How small those were until you actually take them out.
Yeah, I mean, I can nearly see through them. I can. So here we get down to their special sauce in here. Lettuce, onions, some pickles. But folks, we have jazzed their special sauce up. Me and the Big put a lot of hours of research into what McDonald's puts in theirs, and we have changed it just a little. Toasted bun, more special sauce right down through there, ready to go. So, we have got it deconstructed. Now it is time to construct it, but we're going to do it Cowboy style. So, let's get things to going. Now the first thing we need to do is assemble this special sauce that goes on this special burger. Now I looked at theirs and I tasted theirs and I tried theirs, but hey, I'm gonna tune it up just a little. Now sure, we gotta have that sweet relish. They got that in there. You gotta have some diced onion. They got that in there. You gotta have a little mustard in there. Ooh, we're gonna have some of that. But guess what? We're gonna add a little bit of that chipotle pepper adobo sauce in there to give it a little kick. Now remember folks, when you put that apple cider vinegar in, don't forget that teaspoon of sugar. It's sort of gonna mellow things out there. And it needs to set in the ice box about 2 hours. Stir it all up, set it in there to blend all them flavors together. Now you'll remember that little jingle they had. They said 2 all beef patties, special sauce, pickles, lettuce, cheese on a sesame seed bun. Well folks, let's talk about 2 patties. Now, this is what you call 2 patties of meat. Shannon was telling me when I was putting all this together, you think you can get that eat? Oh, I can get this eat. This is 80/20 certified Angus beef, and we're going to start with, what is this? A half a pound and a half a pound. You know how much that is in mathematicals? That is 8 ounces. Now remember that 2 ounces we had there a while ago? They is a lot of difference, folk. Sure, we're going to have a little shrinkage, but not that much. And when you season a burger that you're going to cook on the grill, do it when you get it ready to throw on the grill. Don't be doing it before, because if it's a processed meat, you're going to dry that meat out by doing that if you season it and then just let it set. So be sure you season both sides and give it a little pat there.
What are you using?
What am I using? The All-American Red River Ranch Original Seasoning. That's what everybody should use. Thank you for the infomercial. You can get it at www.kentrollins.com. Thank you. So the Hasty Bake is fired up. We're going to put these on there and let the fun commence. So come on over. Well, hot and ready to go it is. So let's lay that first one on there, and there went something in the Oklahoma breeze. Lay that other one on there. Now I'm going to cheat this a little. You don't have to at times, but hey, we're going to cook these 3.5 to 4 minutes aside. But I'm going to trap a little of that heat in there, make them cook just a little bit faster. So let's talk about a few grilling tips we got going on here. First of all, make sure that that grill is cleaned, make sure it is oiled, and make sure it is hot. How do you know how hot? Remember, you're putting your hand down there close to that grill. Can you hold it more than 5 seconds? It's probably not hot enough if we're grilling burgers. This is different than an indirect heat. We got them coals scattered plumb out to where it's covering the whole grate, the whole grill itself, because we want it to be hot when we're grilling them burgers. Well, we've been on about 4 this side we have, and I want to show you something. You can see with that lid shut, you're going to get a sweating action here, and things are going to begin to glisten, and things are going to rise to the top. See that there blood that's coming out of there, and see this in here bubbling? I think we can go ahead and do this right here, and look, it is pretty close to what I'm after. Now remember, if you're doing this in the...
When you're cooking burgers on the grill, and I do the same, about 3 to 4 minutes each side, and when you put it down like that, as soon as you lift that up like that, and you've got all that like blood on the top sort of thing, you think that's nice. You can just see that the burger, you can just see where the colour's changing. Yeah. You just flip it like that, and then you get like that big sizzle again, like where all the blood drips in, and it's like that's the barbecue, like. Yeah. That's it. You've hit it.
House, and you're doing it McDonald's style. When you throw that burger in there, you'd go get your 60-pound anvil. Put your spatula out there, lay the anvil on the spatula, and flatten the meat. Now, when you're cooking burgers, I don't like to mash them, because when you're mashing them, what's happening? You're mashing all that good flavor and juice out of them, and then you get something that's dry that you can hold up and see the sun through. We ain't going to do that. Do not mash your burger, okay? Now, folks, you always be hearing them folks saying, you can't be flipping your burger.
And saying, don't mash your burgers. It's like the trend at the moment, isn't it?
Where you squash it down.
Smash burgers, yeah. It's like everywhere sells smash burgers now. It's not very rare you'll get a big, thick burger now, unless you go to like a proper like restaurant where they're serving burgers. But mostly your quick sort of like, your burger bars and stuff like that, they're all doing smash burgers,
They're just like you can't be turning your steak here, there, and yonder just one time. No. You can check that burger, you can flip it, you ain't gonna hurt it. Just remember, don't mash it. I need to look at it, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna flip it. We are getting oh so close. If I can see it through the smoke. But don't be afraid to flip that burger, but don't flip it out there in the ocean somewhere. Now, folks, when I'm cooking a burger, and me and Shannon, she even does it too, I like to be having a little fire, so I'm gonna let her down just a little. But just take that spatula, we ain't mashing. I just want you to push. And you can see just a little of that clear liquid come back to the top. That's what you call a just right burger. So I'm going to take them, set them right over here where they ain't hardly no coals. Get these sesame seed buns ready to go in there and get toasted. Well, we got them over here to one side, and remember, we was watching that when we deconstructed that Big Mac and they was toasted buns? All except that middle one wasn't toasted on both sides. And how do you make the middle one? Well, folks, you get that really good bread knife and you just cut the top off one of them buns to where you have what? A middle bun. Yeah, that's how you do it. So let's get them on this grill. We're going to give them a little toasting, but also they're going to get a little smoke flavoring.
Not going to lie, I was thinking before, what did they use for the middle one?
Bit.
Yeah, there you have it.
Yeah.
At the same time, and it won't take long, as
Butter,
hot as that is. But remember that one that's cut on both sides, we got to toast him on both sides. Well, we got them all cooked up. We got our little buns nicely toasted, we did. And folks, this is where it comes to the assembly line. And things are blowing around. If y'all think it's glaring here, there, and yonder, it ain't lightning. So the assembly line is fixing to start, and this is one of the most important things when you're reconstructing the deconstructed Big Mac. That's a lot of words for me. So what is it first? It is some of this special sauce. On which one of them buns, Shan? I'm so confused. It is the one that is called the bottom. Now, I like to just go ahead, get me enough on there that I can taste. And folks, this here stuff is so good. You're going to be wanting to put it on your hot dogs and everything you got. You're going to want to make it all summer long. What is next? Some finely chopped lettuce. Yep, just like the Big Mac. So we just scatter them out right peaceful like. And one thing I would have done different if it was me, I'd have put the cheese on maybe the bottom, but no. And they use that American cheese. Folks, we're going to use us some cheddar. And I'm going to trim it to fit, which is there. And I have these 2 cheese dogs right here that will help me out. Thank y'all very much. Now, when you get to this point, guess what? That's what a lot of people would call just enough stuff to put on their burger. But we got to have a burger to put on there. So here we go. There is that. So we are ready to go ahead with the middle bun. That is the one that we cut the top off of the top bun. So we got to have some more of that there special sauce to get ready to go back here. Make sure you got plenty. And then guess what? It is time for some more lettuce. Guess what comes after that? They don't call for it, but old Kent's going to put it on there, you know. That is some extra piece of cheese. Ooh. And then you got 2 left for the cheese inspectors. There you go. So you can see we have nearly got there. It is time for what? That is what you call a burger, folks, and we're nearly there.
It's full in it.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and take us some more of that special sauce right here on the top.
And pickles.
And we're going to have some pickles for Shan, because she do love a pickle. Now me, I would not be putting a pickle on it, but hey, we're trying to keep it authentic.
No ketchup on a Big Mac.
No, it's not.
And guess what we do now, Shan? We give it a little mash. Now folks, I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to cut this in half because I want to see all of them flavors. Well, can y'all see the difference here? I mean, even if you're standing away from the camera, can you see the difference here? Let me get down here. Yep, I can see the difference when you get them here. Now, this is a Big Mac, McDonald's style. This is a Big Mac Cowboy style. You even got to have a muscle to hold this one up. Now, I want to tell you, when you make that sauce, and it does make extra, folks, you're going to love this stuff. Just go ahead and seal it back up. Put it on your sandwiches, your hot dogs, more burgers. Dip your French fries in it, whatever you got to do. But it is going to be some fine dining. I would like to do this, I would. And I think we should take a peek in there. And then we're going to do this.
So little.
Now, folks, don't get me wrong. I have eaten my share of them through the years, rodeoing and riding bulls. It was one of the places that we stopped. But, hey, they're an old iconic restaurant that's still in business, still doing great things. But when you could have one of these why pull up to the drive-up window and have one of them? So here we go, Dookie.
Does it taste like a Big Mac?
It tastes so much better than a Big Mac.
It's hard to get your laughing gear around it though, isn't it?
Yeah. It's too big, I think.
The Ronald McDonald Shuffle. Golden arches. Aha. Ain't no Hardee's, nor is it a Mackie D's. There ain't no drive-up window and a menu you won't see. But what you will see is good, fine dining. Folks, the star of the show, hey, I love some beef. But the star of the show today, the Cowboy's special sauce with that chipotle pepper and adobo sauce mixed in there. Yeah. Takes it all up to a brand new level. But as always, I tip my hat and I thank you to all our American servicemen and women and all the veterans and all the people who keep our country safe for letting that old flag fly with freedom. We appreciate it, one and all. We do. But also, have some special shout-outs this week. Big's girlfriend, he's been getting love letters in the mail from...
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think when you do a burger, when you make a burger, especially when I make a burger as well, sometimes I never load it up with the ingredients I need. I kind of keep it simple sometimes with ketchup, onions, cheese, and sometimes that's it. No, so, and then when I do load it up with everything, I think, why don't I load it up every time?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of massive burgers like that. I'd like just one burger.
Yeah.
I'd make it like that, but not the two.
Yeah,
burgers.
I agree. But two of them burgers is probably a little bit too much meat for me. It's I'd have kept it simple at one, but it's not Big Mac if you only have one burger. But they do look a little bit too thick for me then.
Yeah, because even when you have they don't do it anymore. The Big King, Burger King did like their version, and their burgers were a little bit fatter.
They're fatter than the McDonald's ones, but they're still I think they're still quite thin. Yeah, not like that, not like they are there. But that's if I made that at home, it's probably too much. Yeah, I'd probably just have half.
Yeah, or a quarter for me.
Yeah, it's a lot of meat, that, isn't it?
But I would definitely make that sauce and try it on a burger, just not a massive one.
You've got to load them up. They sell like what they call burger sauce over here.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
I don't know. I've never had it. I've seen it, but it looks the same. But I've never had it. It's not like to compare.
It's in the fridge.
We've got some, have we? Oh, I've never had it. Because they always put me Whataburger sauce on there, sort of thing. And you can't beat the Whataburger ketchup, the spicy ketchup we've got. So, but yeah, this guy's a legend though, isn't he?
He's a lovely
He's dancing.
Guy.
He just makes you feel happy about cooking, don't you?
Yeah.
Just a happy-go-lucky guy. Love him. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that anyway. Don't forget to like and subscribe and see you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.